Hey guys, this is Deacon with Riddle Wrapped. Taking a quick look at Spiderman premium format from Sideshow Collectibles. This one has actually been out for quite some time, but I just recently added it to my collection as of a few days ago. So want to look at it and give my overall impressions about it, things I really like, and areas where I think maybe it could be a bit better. Anyway, overall, really love the statue. I'm really happy with it. I'm glad that I bought it, and I think this one will stay in my collection for quite a long time. This is the exclusive, so it has the classic Spidey portrait on it. The collector's edition, the eyes are not as big, and then one of the eyes is also in a squint, as if trying to, target whatever he's about to fire a web at. I don't think that this is an exclusive or fail statue, so even if one were to just buy the collector's edition, I think you'd still be really happy with it. If you're buying this stateside, $625 for the collector's edition and $640 for the exclusive, and of course that's without taxes, shipping, and all that. One of the things I really love about the statue is how little room it takes up. Now, it is tall. I believe that the height on this one is about 22.5. So it is a tall statue, but as far as the width or the depth, width is about 17, depth about 16. It really does not take up much room at all. Let me have this go around so that we can see it from all sides. And then let's also take a look at the base here. Like I said, it doesn't take up much room at all, which is really great. It's really a cool base. I love this base with Spidey in battle against Doc Ock. Different from the previous premium format where he's battling, I believe, Green Goblin or Hobgoblin. But you see the tentacles from Doc Ock just going all over the place, crushing some of the equipment in the Oscorp lab, and it's even gone through one of the monitors. You've got wires and cables that are cut all over the place. Love the fact that the backside of the monitor says Oscorp Laboratories. And then also right here you can see Peter Parker's camera is also affixed to one of Doc Ock's tentacles with webbing. So I think they've done really a great job on this base, and again, I like how detailed it is without taking up so much room. In fact, it's very similar to the quarter scale Spider-Man from XM Studio, and that one, in fact, they have a lot in common, this one and that one. In the XM Studio Spider-Man, I believe he's also battling Doc Ock, but you also see maybe some bombs from Green Goblin in there as well. But that base is larger and will take up more room. The pose of Spidey in this premium format versus the XM Studios quarter scale, fairly similar, without being the same, of course, but very similar. In fact, I believe Gem Mint does a really good side-by-side comparison and review of the two statues. So if you were on the fence about which one to get, you can check out Gem Mint's video and make a decision from there. For me, of course, this is the more sensible buy. It has a lot of what I like about Spider-Man here, and I really love the tentacles in this space better than the XM one. And then of course it comes down also to cost, and I'm stateside, so it's a lot more cost effective for me to buy this piece from Sideshow than to have purchased the Spidey XM piece. So very similar again, but different enough, and I think whichever one you go with, you won't be disappointed. I like that you can still see his flexibility, even though he is for the most part upright. I really like the paint application. Now the paint application it goes both ways for me. I like it because it's very clean. I didn't find any issues with overspray or bleed through or anything like that. However, I do wish that the reds and blues were a bit more vibrant than they are. They're fairly dark, and especially when you don't have good lighting, or you don't have a light kind of shining right on it, it can look pretty dark. And part of that is also because of the shading. The shading is done fairly well. Actually, I should say the shading is done quite well. I just wish there was a bit less of it, which would also help the statue as a whole not seem quite as dark. But again, even though the reds and blues are not as vibrant as I would have preferred, they still look good. As you can see in the video, still look very good actually. It has a light up feature, which everyone probably knows at this point. But if it's super well lit where you have him displayed, you probably won't even notice the light up feature on this unless it's a bit dark in the room. And for example, I have one of the lights lit up and one not. The one that's going through the monitor is lit, and the one that's underneath on the bottom side of the statue is not. When it comes back around this way, I'll pause this for a moment so you can see that even though you may be able to tell that the one through the monitor is lit, it doesn't stand out as much because of there's fair bit of lighting. So let's go down so we can see this better. So you can see the one behind Spidey is lit and the one below Spidey is not. The green color to indicate that both should be lit, so that even when you don't have the lights turned on, it still gives that effect fairly well, I think. And this uses a battery or batteries, so for me, I'm probably just going to take the batteries out and not really use the light up features at all. I don't think it needs it on this one. I think it looks just as good without those being lit up, but it's an option that you have. Well, that's about it, guys. You can follow me at riddlewrap. If you have questions or comments, let me know what you think of this one. Feel free to leave those comments, and I can respond if needed. But again, this is Spider-Man premium format from Sideshow Collectibles. Until next time, keep cool, keep calm, and keep collecting.